Howdy guys, the Jester here. How you guys doing? Let me move the mic just a little bit further. My dog ate the styrofoam, so it's a little bit harder here. But anyways, this is what you guys have been waiting for, at least a few of you out there. It's the Jester mod. It's not my mod. I didn't make it. Just happen to have the same name as my nickname, Jester. But you guys probably saw the previous video where I just demonstrated what it looks like. Easy functionality. But I didn't do anything too low on it. I did like an aqua, and that was it. Nothing for big plumes. Well, my buddy Panda, Dustin Tirrett, he let me borrow his Stellar. Nice thing right there. I got a brand new, what is this? NXJ or MXJO, MXJO 18650 35 amp. Don't know if it's actually 35 because I'm not a battery specialist, but I trust Vape Street, But anyways, let's hit the plume intro fast, and I'll do a full thing afterwards. Waffles and berries. I mean, it's absolutely wonderful. Now I'm gonna do one more big hit. A little bit more juice on there. Come on. Alrighty. Now this is not a fully charged battery. I've been using it for a little bit. I never do anything on a full charge battery because, well, some people don't always just grab full charge batteries, just grab half charged and whatnot. But I mean, I will say this thing, it performs very, very well. Again, no battery rattle. Everything's nice and tight. And as you can see, it's so thick it's actually blocking out my light. Jesters Mod was a big surprise. I mean, for something that, and like I said, this is all my honesty, okay? This is my opinions. For something that felt light and janky, um, it isn't. It isn't at all. I mean, it's light, yes, but this thing really does perform very, very well. We got all the different symbols and everything, which are so beautiful. I'll show you guys that again. Got the heart, the club, the diamond, the spade. They might not have them in order, but they don't live in Vegas. They don't know the cards specifically like we here in Vegas do. But it really is a amazing little device. And just for fun, since my little 15 amp E-Fest is ready, I'm gonna do a quick hit on this. Probably won't do too well because it's 15 and I know I got this puppy set low. Do not try this at home. If I get any comments in the bottom going, "Oh, you're not supposed to do that," I know I'm not supposed to, but I'm the Jester. I'm more of a infamous and famous. Absolutely wonderful, and surprisingly, the mod has cooled down since I put the new battery in. Look at that. It's awesome. But anyways, give you guys a good breakdown. Everything on this thing, I have not seen any copper. I have not seen any brass. It looks like it's all steel and silver, which is absolutely wonderful. I mean, I love steel. I love silver. I do like brass because it's not as shiny as gold. I think gold's tacky. And for everybody out there that likes gold, cool. I ain't ever gonna take it. I'll take silver instead. Looking on the inside of this thing right here, it's very nice. It's very clean. I couldn't, for some reason, I don't know if I just didn't push down hard enough, but I couldn't quite get the Stellar all the way flush and flat. I mean, there is still a little bit of a gap in there, as you can see. And that's as far down as I can twist it. It may just be the Stellar. I do know that the Steamboy Stormrider fits beautifully on it, and it looks even more amazing on it. I also got this boy set pretty low. But Steamboy Stormrider has no gap. It's not, flush with the sides, but it wasn't a very, wide atomizer. It was, I think, 19. Let's take a puff on this. I gotta squish it up to make sure it hits that center post. Absolutely gorgeous. Mm. But yeah, it's a good little package. I definitely say the Jesters Mods is is a nifty little piece. I did, in the previous video I showed the little box. They got their little logo and sticker right there. Um, little box is actually really nice. If you use 18490s, you can leave it in there just as is with 18490. You don't have to worry about it. If it has 18650, unfortunately, it's going to be too long for the case, so you got to keep the battery separate. Um, I luckily have a ton of 490s because I love my ZNA, and a couple of my pipes that I use personally are all 490s. I don't know why, I just kind of like that better than 350s or 650s. But to get this thing apart is a lot faster than the Enzonic. I will say that it's it's a hell of a lot faster. No offense, Eddie, but this thing's a little bit nicer than the Enzonic in ways. Um, you can't flip this upside down the wrong way. Both sides of the tube are the exact same, so either way you do it, goes right in, comes right out. And that's another thing. These threads are ultra smooth. I mean, you can just snap it and they slide right in and out. Really nice. Now, the button, I did notice one slight problem. With a lot of use, for some reason, unless of course you get in there with a screwdriver and really torque it just a little bit, it can unscrew itself. So you can see right there. It's a flathead screwdriver, not Phillips. Real simple setup. It's a where's my? There it is. Get right inside here. Like literally, once you loosen it, you can take it off with just your finger. They do use a nice little steel spring in the bottom, and I've been throwing some really low coils on this thing, and I haven't had the spring melt yet, so it's obviously the current doesn't run through the spring, which is good. The spring is literally just there to make sure the button stays out, and it also holds up on its own when it's not in use, just in case you forget the lock button. The center pin for the bottom, uh, from what I could tell, it is a brass with silver plating. Let me zoom in here. I know my camera kind of fades everything a little yellow, but it is silver, or at least silver plating. It's a really nice thread, so once it goes on well, sticks in well. The button, you don't have to worry about hitting that sweet spot on it. Oh, there it is. You can just hit it and go. I know there were some mods like, oh god, like the Nemesis. I fucking hate the Nemesis. Authentics or clones are all the same. You push up, there's that kind of crunch. You got to make sure you hit it dead center. That always drove me nuts. Still trying to figure out why everybody loved that Nemesis so much. Alright, let's get that in there. There we go. Doo-doo-doo. Now, the one thing I will say I liked about the mod is I like having my name on everything that I own. I didn't get it with the ZNA only because I never talked to Mike and I didn't get a custom one. I think down the road I will do that because I just have to have my name on everything of mine. But for the fact that it is Jesters Mods, technically my name is on the bottom, which is absolutely great. They gave me number 23, which worked even better. But honestly, on a scale of 1 to 10, this definitely has a 9. The only reason I wouldn't give it a full 10 is because I can't use 18350s. I like my 18350s. But I mean, it's a solid little mod. It works very well. It's very light, and as a size comparison, here's the Enzonic screwed all the way down. It is smaller. It's a hell of a lot lighter. It's a lot sleeker. There's no hard edges. It's like this. There's always a mismatch. It doesn't stay flush. And no matter what, when you have the battery in there, there's a shake. This, there ain't no shake at all. And there's no battery in here. Oh, there's a little bit, but not nearly as much shake as the Enzonic. So, I mean, I really like this. The lock button's reverse thread, comes all the way out past the button. It prevents it from coming out. It prevents it from being able to be pushed. Yeah, it's really fun. So, I mean, if you guys don't have a Jesters mod yet, get one. They're they're really good. They're really nice. I know there's a few places online. I don't know the links and whatnot because it's hard keeping up with today's vaping industry and all the links of where everyone shops. There's a couple 100,000, I think, now. So, but I mean, if you search online, you go Jesters Mods, and if you go to Facebook, you can search up Jesters Mods, and you'll be able to find them. So, yeah, that's it. The Jesters Mods by the Jesters. Thank you for watching. Remember, vape long and vape hard. I'm out of here.